Hello. Hey. So this is the start of my vlog fixing this 1949 Chevrolet Fleetline Special. Beautiful car. I've decided to name this car Moose after Moose from Archie Comics. I've been naming all of my cars based on Archie Comics characters. My Ford Ranger over there is Betty. My best friend's car is Veronica. And I have a Mazda 3, a manual. Its name is Midge. So this is Moose. It's a dark green. It's been sitting in this garage for 40 years. The brakes are apart on it. That's my first project. Here's the interior. It's a manual 3 on the tree. It's pretty nice in here. It's actually not too bad. Headliner's not too bad either. It smells pretty bad in here though. So today I'm going to be working on rebuilding the wheel cylinders. I have my shop manual here. Yeah, let's get started. Hopefully it's not too dark in here. So we're just going to take this apart. Alright, we got the covers off. Alright, we're back. So I cleaned up. I disassembled these wheel cylinders, cleaned them up. I'm gonna have to hone them. And I also just realized that I got the wrong size rebuild kit. This is 1 5/16, and I have 1 1/8. So now I gotta go buy a new rebuild kit. And I also need to hone out the master cylinder. And I can't do any of that till I get a home or take them to school or something. So I guess that's it for today, because I'm still waiting on parts, and I can't really do much more. I might take the brake shoes off the front because I'm getting new brake shoes. That's really not worth putting on camera though. It's pretty easy. So I guess that's it for today. See you guys next time. Okay, we're back. Day 2. I got a drill hone. So now we can hone out these wheel cylinders. And I also hone out the master cylinder. So we'll get started with that. We'll just lubricate it with some brake cleaner and get started. Alright, that looks pretty good. We're looking for a nice crosshatch pattern. Feels pretty smooth, except for the center, but I don't care about that because the pistons don't ride there. Let's do the other one. Alright, this one looks worse. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't feel anything with my fingernails, so should be good. Alright. Next, I'm going to take these bleeder screws out and see if they're open. Okay. They're 3/8. Poke a pick in there and see. I see light through them, so looks to be open. Let's get in there with the pocket screwdriver. Okay, I'll put that back. We'll do the other one. Alright, that looks pretty open. Good. Put this one back. And then where the fitting goes looks pretty open as well. Yep. Looks pretty good to me. And now I'm going to hone out the master cylinder. Just grab that. Here's the master cylinder. It's one compartment. It's not a dual. I was considering switching to dual, but I think I want to keep it original. So we're gonna bore out where the piston and the springs go. I don't know how I want to do this. Maybe like this. There we go. Clean it out first, it's pretty nasty. Okay. Bring you over here. Get some more in there. And we'll try to hone it out. Make it look all pretty. Alright. That looks better. I don't feel any pitting with my fingers. I don't see anything. Alright. That looks good. So I still don't have a wheel cylinder rebuild kit, but I do have the rebuild kit for this. So I'm gonna clean it out a little bit, and then I'll do a rebuild on this. Clean up the outside a little bit and the gasket surface. Alright, I'm going to clean this a little bit more and then get started on the rebuild. Okay, so I got my wheel cylinder rebuild kits. Here they are. It's my wheel cylinder. And I had to redo the manual. It was falling apart, so I had to put it in a binder. So we're doing this today. We're putting back together the wheel cylinders. So let's get started with that. Got some brake fluid in here. Make my seals a little, lubricate the seals. So let's get to it. Spring and my piston cups. My pistons, get them a little bit wet. And then our covers. Uh-oh. Here's one. The other one. I don't have the piston retractor tool, so hopefully this just stays together. Yeah, I'll take the adjuster screws out for now. That's pretty much it. I'll do it with the other one as well. Okay. So here it is assembled. Pretty easy. Hopefully that one doesn't just spring open, because I don't have another C-clamp. So now, I also got my brake shoes. Those are my parts. So now we're gonna swap out these brake shoes. I already took the hardware off. Those will get reused on the new brake shoes. Hopefully these don't have asbestos. They probably don't. I don't know. And then once I get a die grinder, I have to clean up the spindle. And then I can put everything back together. So great. And I also have to grease up those wheel bearings. And maybe get this compressor working so I have a die grinder. Here's the other side. I did the same thing. Took off the levers for the brake shoes. So I will put these on the new brake shoes and clean up that spindle as well. It's pretty rusty. I think I'll just be able to clean it up with sandpaper and the die grinder. So I also got new tires. This is the most white wall I could get. I really want full white wall, but whatever. They look good. The wheels are pretty rusty, but whatever. This one's black. The other one is green, like the car. So yeah, it's coming together. Once I get the front end put together, as you can see, I can't get to the back. I'll have to pull out the car onto the driveway and do all the brake lines and stuff there. So yeah. So I'll get back to you guys when I put those brake shoes together. So, yep. Alright, so I put the links on the new brake shoes. Here's the anchor pin, which goes here. So these are leading trailing. They surprisingly don't have hold down springs, which is weird to me, but whatever. I need to clean up the spindle and the backing plate. It's quite rusty. I found the spindle nuts, so I cleaned up those threads. They're nice now. I've already machined these drums. Pretty nice looking. Same thing on the other side. Put the links on the shoes. Clean up the spindle nut threads. And all I need to do is get a die grinder and clean up this backing plate and the spindle. And then I should be able to put everything together. So, I guess that's it for today. Hopefully I'll be able to sandblast my master cylinder. I haven't been able to do that yet. But maybe that'll be next time. So, alright. See you later, guys. Alright. So I was able to get my electric die grinder from work. I couldn't get this working. It works, but it blows the breaker, so I had to get my electric die grinder from work, clean this spindle up. I made sure to use the finest the cookie that I could get, so I wouldn't score this or anything. I also cleaned up the backing plate. I did the same thing on the other side. And I also found out that I accidentally put the pistons in the brake cylinders wrong. So I put them in like this. I put them in like this. You're supposed to go like this. So I flipped them around. And now, I also sandblasted the master cylinder. Looks very clean now. It cleaned up really nice. I was afraid this wasn't gonna clean up, but it did. So yeah, it looks really nice now. So we're gonna put some anti-seize. We're getting ready to put the brakes back together. I'm gonna put some anti-seize on the backing plate and the anchor pin, and maybe a little bit here, and the adjusting screws. So hopefully that doesn't get everywhere. But we're gonna come over here and yeah, put some anti-seize on there. So hopefully that's not too far away, but I don't want to get anti-seize everywhere, so I'm just gonna put a little bit. We're gonna put on 3. There's no raised bumps on the backing plate where the shoes rest, so we're just gonna guess. Put it in 3 places. So 1 at the top, 1 in the middle, 1 at the bottom. Now we're not going crazy with this because I don't want to get it everywhere. Same thing on the other side. I'm also going to put some where the anchor pin goes. And then I'll do it on the other side. Like so. Okay. So now I'm going to put some on these adjusting screws. Just a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna thread these about halfway in. Just to, because the shoes are brand new, so gotta allow space for that. Okay, last one. Okie dokie. So now I think I'm gonna go mount the, oh wait, I got brake line, flexible brake hose for the wheel cylinders. And I also I had to go and get copper washers for them. So we're gonna thread that on there really quick. And I'm going to snug it down on the vise and get my other one. Ooh. Now these are really old. Somebody had bought them and not put them on the car. So I don't know where to get these. They just came with the car. Put that away. Alright. I'm gonna get this on the vise. If I can snug it down. And I don't know what size wrench it is, so we'll figure that out. Okay, so I got that hose on here, and then I put the wheel cylinder on the back here. It's just 2 screws right there. Snugged it up, and then I put the hose in this bracket. It's a little bit loose, so I'm gonna look and see if I did that wrong. There's a clip right here, and then it looks like there's room for another one right here. But I don't have another one, so we'll see what I can do about that. Got the wheel cylinder on, and then I didn't get this on camera, but I did put the shoes on and the springs and the spring. That was really hard. I wasn't able to get that on camera. But what I did was I rested the shoe on this cup instead of the adjuster screw on both sides. And then I was able to get the spring into the hole. And then I stuck a screwdriver in here and wedged the shoe off the cup and into the screws on both sides. Which reminds me, I need to fix this. Get a screwdriver. The spring needs to be down here in that holder. So yeah, that's what I did on both sides. This is the passenger side. I did the same thing on the driver's side. So yep. That's the end of this video. I don't want to make this one too long. So next video, I'll be putting the master cylinder up here. I'll be mounting the master cylinder. Here's the linkage for the brake or clutch pedal. I can't remember which. But yeah, it sits up here in the wheel well on the driver's side. And I will also be greasing up these wheel bearings. They're in here. And putting the front end back together, put the wheels on, and hopefully dragging it out onto the driveway and starting on the brake lines. So, let's bring you over here. So, yeah, that'll be next video. What's it called? Yep. Yeah, this was really hard. I really wish I could have gotten it on camera, but it would have just been a lot of cussing, so yeah. Alright then. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next video.